Greetings, Fright fans. Welcome to the horror show. I am Jaime and Fuego. Supremely stoked to be here at Texas Frightmare 2019, speaking with the amazing designer behind all of the stuff you see before us, Max from Pyramid Gallery. How's it going, man?
Good.
Excellent. Have you been to this particular convention before?
Yeah, this is my 6th year here, so yeah, we're having a good time here.
No, well, this is our first time checking it out, and I must say, we've done Mad Monster and we've done Scarefest and stuff like that before, but this is attendance-wise like
something else,
insane,
right?
man.
Yeah,
it's easily one of the biggest in the country, right?
Oh yeah, it's
right.
A party too.
Yeah, obviously. Well, it's been partying the whole time pretty much. Lots of cross-promoting, talking to other YouTube channels and talking to different people making amazing things like you have here. So I have to ask, with as meticulously put together as all this stuff is, I mean, how long have you been up to this for? I would imagine quite a while.
I started making boxes for myself back in like 1998 or so. I started selling them on eBay around 2000, and I designed the website around 2001.
Wow.
And sold them primarily through the website until like 2012. I did my first Monster Mania in New Jersey.
Oh, nice. That's one that keeps popping up in discussion with a lot of vendors here.
It's an old one too. It's a good one. It came to Texas in 2013. This is my 6th year. Loving it. So we'll be back.
Badass, man. So I have to say, obviously a Hellraiser fan, but is that like the distinctiveness to all of these designs, or are there just like little nuances?
Yeah, well, it's all
vibes you've gotten from other properties, or
it's all really based on the mythology of Philippe Le Marchand, who designed the music boxes in the 18th century.
Oh wow!
According to the mythology, he designed over 270 different boxes. The lament configuration being the first of those, and so I was really intrigued not only by the lament configuration, but this idea of these other boxes. So that's what kind of led me and a number of other artists and writers to kind of develop the further mythology of the boxes. So
nice. So then you've gone into detail, actually writing, like kind of fleshing out these ideas and stuff.
Yeah, the website is kind of this pseudo-documentary type site where you go and get this information. It's all very historical, and we use real life events and kind of tie it all into the mythology and mix it up and kind of fool people into believing that maybe Le Marchand actually existed.
So he was a real person, or he was not then?
He's actually a fictional possibility.
I see, okay. And when you tie in those real life events, it just enhances the plausibility, and that can almost be more frightening to people. Almost
there
like
is
with the
a
whole
lot
Blair
of
Witch presentation, where it's like, did this really happen?
Right.
Nice, man.
So we kind of play up on all that. That's kind of the fun we get out of it. But also coming to conventions and actually being able to break the truth to people. It is fiction. Yeah. But it's fun with fiction.
Yeah, pulling the curtain back a little
right.
bit. Then. Nice. So there's actual physical books that you sell as well, or is just all of that mythology on the aforementioned
Mythology's
website?
all available for free online, but we actually sell the actual replicas of the boxes in musical form.
Nice. So each one is a music box, or some of them just purely display?
They all start off as a solid piece, and then as I get the money to develop them into musical designs, I do that, because the musical designs take very special cuts. And,
oh yeah, I can imagine. As far as the actual chimes and tones and stuff like that each are they all distinctively different, or do you have like a signature one that jumps in every one?
I try to use like a different tune for each one, but overall the classical tunes that really go with these designs they're few and far between. So I do double up some of the music with some of the boxes.
Okay.
But eventually we'd like to get very distinctive tunes for each one.
So is there like a digital chip inside these then, or something?
No, it's the old-fashioned gears, gears and cogs and the little comb tunes. It's just like just like you would with any other music box, but in this case it's wrapped in a lament configuration pattern.
That is fascinating, man. Absolutely. Dang. So what are some particular properties besides the aforementioned mythology that have inspired you then to kind of give these some distinctive nuances?
I'm just a huge Kubrick fan.
Okay.
There's so many of the horror movies, Phantasm, of course, and
just talking about Phantasm.
yeah. So there's so many of these different mythologies that kind of work well together and kind of fuse, and so I draw upon a ton of stuff like that. But yeah.
So this is way deeper than my initial connotation of Hellraiser and Hellbound Heart and the Clive Barker stuff. You're blowing my mind with
it's heavily into that. But yeah, The main source we draw from was a graphic novel that came out in the 90s called Clive Barker's Book of the Damned.
Okay.
And it was the journal of Philip Le Marchand, and it goes into how he first got into making these boxes. So we use that as kind of the Bible of everything, you know, and we draw upon that, and that's where it all comes from.
So was that graphic novel based on one of the Books of Blood short stories or
No,
something?
it was
the
the Hellraiser series that came out in the 90s by Epic Comics. And it was
them expanding on the mythology then?
Right, right.
Yeah, because I know I read some of the comics where they brought the girl from the first 2 films back, and she ended up like taking over.
Right, becoming Pinhead.
Yeah,
right,
which is pretty wild. I gotta
that's
say.
the Boom series. I draw upon the earlier 1990s Epic series, but yeah, I enjoyed the Boom series as well.
So then, do you do like physical artwork as well, or is it just the construction of these primarily, and then the writing of the mythology?
Yeah, I've done a few of the art patterns for the boxes, but mainly I draw upon new talents. We were lucky enough to work with Anna Lovat. She was a special effects agent on Hellbound, the second Hellraiser movie.
Yeah.
She was under Bob Keane. She was real young back then, but yeah, she designed the Lost configuration for us, so it's really cool.
Well, then I have to ask you, Hellraiser or Hellbound, which one do you prefer?
They go together like peanut butter and jelly for me, but
it's almost one big long movie.
Yeah, but Hellbound is the one that really cranks it up. You know, it's like, I love Hellbound.
Nice. Have you checked out Scarlet Tapes? Is that the most recent one where he kind of continued the mythology?
Oh, the Scarlet Gospels?
Scarlet Gospels, that's what it is.
Yeah, I've read that. I'd like to see that turn into an actual movie, because the movies that have come out, they're just placeholders for like Miramax.
Yeah.
You know, so I'd like to see a real Hellraiser movie, and they could probably do that with the Scarlet Gospels.
Well,
bring Doug Bradley back. You know?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, he did the Pinhead experience last year at Mad Monster with us. We filmed it actually.
Killer,
it was pretty badass, man.
Nice.
Yeah. So I always like try to round things out with a question about just the horror genre in general. So they've been trying to remake Hellraiser for a while. There was I think Clive was even behind it at one particular point. Do you like the idea of remakes, or do you personally prefer continuing and just doing a sequel or re-bequel where it's almost like still within the same continuity as opposed to being something completely different?
If Clive was involved, and especially because of what I remember, he was actually wanting to make a portion of the Scarlet Gospels into the next movie. So after reading the Scarlet Gospels, I'm all for it. That'd be great. Nice. There's also another short story by Mark Miller, who's was the vice president of Seraphim with Clive. He's wrote something. I can't remember the name of the title, but it's actually what happened to Kirsty Cotton and then Pinhead. So it's bringing them back. So it's a really cool sequel.
So that's not the same Mark Miller that did like Kick-Ass and all that other stuff, just same
I don't
name?
think so, no.
I was going to say, man, if he branched out to something like that,
that'd be awesome.
That'd be crazy. Well, Max, this was a pleasure getting some immense insight, far beyond what I was even anticipating, man. So I'm definitely going to check it out. Where can viewers check out all of this mythology and information that you were mentioning?
You can visit us at pyramid-gallery.com.
Excellent. Do you have an Etsy or any other like online store?
I've got an Instagram and a YouTube and all that, but not too much.
Okay, so if they just Google Pyramid Gallery, they could get all the awesome information?
Definitely. Yeah.
Excellent, man. Well, once again, there's 2 booths right next to each other that I'm just blown away by the extent of this physical creativity, because I'm good with words, man, but not with creation of this magnitude. So this is badass, I gotta say. Man. So Max, pleasure, and we're going to be coming at you with more Scarific coverage here from Texas Frightmare 2019 very soon. But until then, Fright fans, remember to stay scared.